Hello, everybody. This is a little demonstration video for my first Java application. Just a little simple expense tracker here. Wanted to get a little bit better in my spending habits, be a bit more wiser with the decisions I was making. So I just built this little Java project. It's my first project in Java, so I had to learn a little bit about how to compile all of my source files and then run my class files once they're compiled. Um, so I have this little section here about my development environment, and I made these cool little Windows batch files to just kind of um, help me with um, those JDK commands with compiling the source files and then going into the build folder and then running them. So I can just run my program with /run, which is pretty cool. Got some useful websites here in my README and just a couple list items for things I want to do in the future. Let's just get into this demonstration here. I'll just run my program like this. You can see I have a nice little title banner here, and let's see some data. Um, okay, so this is just some dummy data here that I was using for testing purposes. So let's say I want to add an income record. So I hit number 3. Let's see, let's say it was yesterday, why not? And say it was a debit amount of like that much. No credit. Where did it take place? Let's say this was like my boss or something. I don't know. Call him Dave guy. And then which account was used? Say my money was deposited into my bank account, and a little description. Um, Needed a software that I wrote. Okay, good enough for our purposes here. So we can see that it's added right here in our list of records. Then I have these two options down here to get some insights about the spending that I've been doing in the income. So let's just try that one. I can specify which month and year. Let's say October 2023. It shows me how much I spent overall, how much I gained during the month, and the total cash flow, which is pretty cool. And I also have this little tithing command as well. So check this out. It works pretty similarly to the Insights one, but it just shows me it's 10% of all my income that I would give to the church. So there we go. That's a little demonstration. Now I will go into the code, show you a bit of how it works. This is our main right here. Basically, we're just getting the action and interacting with a CSV file in whichever way the user specified. So let me go into my my little class here that I made, CSV interactor. So we initialize a file, basically check if um, the expenses.csv file is there, and if it's not, then it creates a new one. And it gives it a header so that we can keep our data straight. If the header is not the same, it will fix that for us. And then we go down here, we can display data. So we have our header right here, default header, and we just display that one heading at a time. Um, Then we get into all the line data. So um, each field in this comma separated values file is one by one printed out to the screen. And it is formatted correctly using the date, local date object from java.time. And we have some doubles here for our debit and credit amounts. Then if we want to add a record, it's basically the same method here. We're either adding an income or expense. If it is an expense, we're basically just adding a little negative sign to whatever they entered for the amount. Then it is appending it to the CSV file. And here we have our insights method. We are able to get the month and the year, compare it to all of the records in the CSV file, and only track the debit amount for the records that are in the date range, and then print that out to the user. And pretty similar as well for the tithing, checks the date range, and then gets the total income amount and then divide it by 10 for the tithing. And just a quick send off here. I can show you my compile and run batch files here. Pretty simple, but pretty useful overall. So there you go.